Protocol. I'm Tina Marie Jambro, and this week we bring you part 2 of our Cape May, New Jersey episode. Last week on Protocol, we introduced you to Cape May and checked out the latest offering from the legendary boat building family, the Leaks, the brand new Ocean Yachts 54 Supersport. This week, we're proud to bring you all the excitement from the richest marlin tournament in the world, the Mid-Atlantic 500,000. So stay with us as they compete for nearly $2 million in prize money. Welcome to Protocol. Cape May is a peninsula on the southernmost tip of New Jersey. It runs southwards from the New Jersey mainland, separating Delaware Bay from the Atlantic Ocean. The cape is named for Cornelius Jacobsen May, a Dutch explorer who was working for the Dutch East India Company. Cape May is the oldest seaside resort in America, with historical roots dating back to the 1700s. The entire city is a National Historic Landmark, and many of the buildings throughout the town are original Victorian structures that have been maintained in pristine condition. Because of its waterfront location, people flock from all over to enjoy the white sandy beaches, parks and games on the boardwalk, and sights and shopping on the main streets. Whether for tourism, shopping, or the beach, Cape May is sure to have something for everyone.
I'm Dick Weber. I'm president and owner of Canyon Club Resort Marina here in Cape May, New Jersey. And I was asked how it all began and what the concept was that led to the Canyon Club Resort as we know it today. Basically, here's about the way it went. I grew up in Cape May as a little boy, working on the docks and being around the fishing boats with my family. Always had an affection for the fish and the fisheries. I fished out of here with a charter boat for 20 years, and the man that owned the place befriended me as a hard-working young fella, and when he got ready to retire, he made that property available to me under terms that even an upstart could afford to get a beginning there. We started into South Jersey with the idea that we would make it a fishing center and that we would make it an attractive place for charter boats and for party boats and for sport fishermen of all ilk to have a place of their own that was the center of the sport fishing activity in South Jersey. We did that and did it successfully for 12 or 14 years. Along the way, the same person that owned South Jersey Marina also owned what is now Canyon Club Resort. The property wasn't developed, it was largely barren and open, but the basic marina basin was in place. We subsequently acquired that place with the concept of building there what I've referred to as an offshore fishing country club. That country club concept for Canyon Club revolves similarly to what you'd think of around a golf course, where the fishing activity was the bond that held everyone together. But it was far more than a place to keep a boat. It was a place that provided a lifestyle for those that liked the boating community and liked boating activities, whether cruisers or fishermen or just people who liked that environment. People would be drawn to the social activities and the atmosphere of the facility and the camaraderie and companionship that comes out of that way of life. That's what's really been the key to Canyon Club's success. The facility is indeed beautiful, but the residents and the population in the community is the primary draw. The Mid-Atlantic 500,000 at Canyon Club was a concept that came out of hard times. They say necessity's the mother of invention. Back in the early 90s, when the economy was in the tank and people weren't using their boats very much and people were depressed, we sat around and brainstormed about what might bring everybody together and cause a flurry of activity there, and decided that we'd have a tournament that exceeded what all other tournaments had done before. And so we took the risk of guaranteeing the first $500,000 prize money to run a tournament on the Jersey Shore. We didn't know whether anybody would come or not, but we figured if not enough came, we could always cancel. That first year we fielded close to 150 boats, and it continues to grow until today. This year's 176 boats put us pretty much at capacity. That's kind of how Canyon Club came together. And as a residential community, we were determined from the beginning that we were not going to become a housing development with a marina out back. We were going to be a practical, working marina where boaters could enjoy their boating community, and we would also provide a quality residential opportunity so that the families of the boaters that didn't want to use the boat that day or didn't want to fish that day could be poolside or having a few drinks or merely sitting on their balcony watching for their family come in on the boat to see if they were flying any flags or caught any fish that day. And then they all get together around the pool and have a few drinks and reminisce about how the day went. This is what we had in mind from the beginning, and this is what we have in mind for tomorrow. Canyon Club now is a mature community. We have more than 100 homes. The icing on the cake will come when we get done with the dirty part, get our development finished, all of which will happen in the next 2 to 3 years. Then we'll groom it off and hopefully enjoy the fruits of our efforts together as we go forward fishing and boating and enjoying one another's company.
We'll be right back with more Port of Call.